wanted to see how many people have availed of our marketing bundle, or better yet, maybe it would be easier to ask how many people have not availed of our marketing bundle or reseller website, primarily the marketing materials, because that's what we're going to be going over, and I need to see how many people I need to bring up to date on it. So if you give me a strong shout out so I can kind of gauge our directions, because if you haven't purchased them before, you're probably not going to know a lot of what we're talking about. So I'll see if I need to give a quick overview to people that have not. Okay, give a strong shout out. Okay, a lot of people coming through that have not. Keep shouting out if you haven't. Keep shouting out if you haven't purchased them. You're on the line. I need you to give a shout out. Let us know. Okay. All right, good. It's a good pulse check. All right, so I dropped two things in the public chat, and then for all the people that are more veterans on the line that have already purchased these, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give 2 links out in the public chat, and this is just so that everyone knows what we're going over. That's a landing page on our VIP website offer, and that's a marketing materials offer. The marketing materials that we're going to be talking about, this is the marketing materials landing page. So if you guys don't have it, you need to know what we're going over. We have marketing materials for the SEO, local buzz, web design, social media, PPC, and we even came out with the general company video. And if you don't know what those are, during the webinar, if you want to click around while you're listening, you can go onto the landing page on marketing materials, and you can scroll down to a section on here that you can click to preview all these different videos, and even check out the infographics for download. And we have our new one for the company overview video coming up. So stay tuned on that. Towards the end of the webinar, for the people that don't have it, I'm going to go back over what the marketing materials are, what's involved with them, what they all consist of, so that you understand the details of the marketing materials. And I'll give an overview again to our reseller website. The objective of this webinar is to go over how to utilize marketing materials in general. So I want to dive into that, especially for the people that already have these or already have their own marketing materials set up. But if you don't have marketing materials, if you don't have enterprise marketing materials, if you don't have an enterprise level website, then stay tuned to the very end, and I'll go through the full details of what's included and all of that. But for now, if you want to scroll through these, I gave the landing pages to both of those for you to be looking at. I do want to give one cool announcement on what's coming up on our marketing materials release, which is a YouTube video I just put out there. And our newest media marketing release that we're doing is for a video infographic, newsletter, PowerPoint to explain your company as a whole, and to explain how you who you are as a company and all of the services that you offer and how they're all intertwined. And we're putting more effort into that video than we've ever put into any video. And I gave a sneak peek to everyone in the chat in there. It doesn't have sound effects or anything. It's a raw voice, and we're getting there. It actually cuts off at 5 minutes because we're not done. It's going to be another 3 minutes long. Check that out. It's really good. All right, so let me go ahead and pull on the line here, Danny D. Danny, are you there?
I am, Paul. Thank you.
Hey, Danny. So welcome to everyone on Valentine's Day to go over marketing materials. Danny has been a partner of ours offering marketing and design services for years now, and he's had a lot of success with the marketing materials that he utilizes from us, and he has a lot of unique insight to how he utilizes those marketing materials. And one of the reasons why I asked Danny D to come on the line was because he also has a sales team, a very good sales team, and he trains a sales team with these marketing materials. He's very creative with how he utilizes them, and he also utilizes our VIP reseller website. And I mean, Danny's like a mastermind around this stuff. So everyone, grab your popcorn, grab your soda, because Danny D is going to take you to town on Valentine's Day. Isn't that right, Danny? Danny, do you mind? You know, you don't have to give much details about your company because this is an anonymous portal pretty much, but if you want to give kind of a background to, I guess, just yourself and how you got into marketing and, you know,
yeah, we
kind of a background.
We started this company, I guess it's probably been about 5 years ago. We've grown rapidly, extended starting from being just by ourselves, myself and my business partner, all the way to where we have several sales reps today. And it's been an enormous growth. And that's pretty much about all the background I probably can give. But
so, some targeted questions, Danny. What do you sell? Do you sell SEO, social media, web design, PPC, ORM, local buzz, web design? Do you sell any of those services that we offer?
We sell all of those services, but
Wow,
we
that
focus on
that seems complicated, huh?
Well, we focus on SEO. Our belief is that SEO is the foundation of all internet marketing, and on the backside of that, all those other services, whether it be social media, PPC, local buzz, those types of things are bolt-on, add-on items, or a la carte, if you will.
Okay, so so everyone knows the main background that you need to know about Danny is that he offers all the services. He's got a sales team, and we're going to get into how to utilize these marketing materials. So the marketing materials that we have available to you, and if you don't have them, you need to have your own marketing materials, as any company needs to have. And one of the things that a lot of companies miss is the core marketing materials and the marketing collateral to put out there. Yeah, you can go run an SEO campaign for yourself. You can go run a social media campaign for yourself. But do you have the raw materials? Now, every big company that's out there has a team that does nothing but put together the marketing materials. They put together their videos. They put together their graphics. They put together their billboards. They put together all of their raw marketing materials, and they dump a tremendous amount of money into this. Typically, the amount that it costs to distribute it, and distribution is more viewed towards SEO and social media and stuff, but those core marketing materials are typically extremely expensive, and they go through testing and testing and testing. And those are in the format, in the online marketing, digital marketing age, as you being a digital marketing agency and design agency, are in what formats? Videos, infographics, PowerPoints, newsletters, and blog articles, right? So there's a lot that you can do with what we have out there for you. But the question that what I've realized is, even the people that buy the enterprise level marketing materials that we offer, which is extremely affordable, there's a gap between purchasing them, posting them online, and then not getting them to go and get the leads for you. And as I was talking to Danny, Danny doesn't just post this stuff online. Danny makes this stuff work. Danny puts this stuff in motion, and he makes leads come to him as a result of his strategies on how he utilizes these. And that's what bigger companies do. When they get their marketing materials together, they don't just let it sit there in one place. If it doesn't have traction, they push it. So the primary marketing materials that are offered, what are you going to do with them? You're going to brand them. You're going to put calls to action on them if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. But in regards to the videos, Danny, why don't you talk to me a little bit about what you do with the videos? Because, you know, with the marketing bundle, you have a video on every service that we have. You're about ready to have the general company video, and I've seen Danny's video stats, and I know you're getting a lot of traffic off these videos. What do you do with these videos? And can you talk to me a little bit about, you know, how do you utilize them, one, in your own marketing, two, with your sales team, and some of the reactions that you've had to him before? Because you told me a great story about actually a reaction from your wife as well, which I thought was classic.
Yeah, well, I'll share that part first. My wife has no idea what I do. She has no idea what internet marketing is. She's not on Facebook. She is probably computer illiterate. And the other day, I guess it's been a while now, but I shared that video with her. I said, hey, let's take a look at this. Tell me what you think of this video. It's a pretty good video. And her exact reaction was, oh, wow, I now understand what you do. So that was an eye-opener for me. What we do with the videos is we use them in every piece of interaction that we do. So the first interaction that we do is we're obviously pushing the videos. So we use our social media efforts to push that message out with videos. So we'll post it to Facebook, we'll post it to LinkedIn. My sales reps will post videos on LinkedIn for themselves and get responses from people. That's the first step.
So you're not just putting it in YouTube, you're actually posting it in your...
Yeah, so we post to different accounts, whether it be Facebook, YouTube. Our individual reps will take those videos and post them to LinkedIn and places like that. We do post them. We use YouTube as the place where that's at. So when you share something on Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you're going to post, and whatever forum you're going to post that YouTube link.
Okay, Sandra's saying you can post videos to LinkedIn. Are you putting the YouTube link in there, or are you actually posting them in LinkedIn?
It's the YouTube link.
Okay, it's the YouTube link. What's the most successful thing that you've ever done with the video? If there's just one thing that you did with it, what was the most successful thing that you ever did with the videos in terms of the marketing channel?
just killing it on LinkedIn.
Really?
LinkedIn is very, very powerful. Just, it's not all about your followers. There's two sides of LinkedIn. There's obviously a business page and a personal page. The personal
Right.
page is probably more powerful from this aspect because LinkedIn is very interesting on how people will come back to you and just engage you. So if you're looking for that engagement from somebody or to get people to contact you, I believe posting it on LinkedIn, obviously with some verbiage around it, not just a video. Hey, contact me today. Maybe a little call to action in your words. You'll get that interaction. I have a rep that got 6 leads yesterday after posting a video.
6 leads yesterday after posting the video to where?
To LinkedIn.
To LinkedIn. To LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's powerful. Of course, you need a bit of a LinkedIn presence, but that's one of the benefits of having a small sales team. If these guys already have a network in place, they can push this out to LinkedIn. So with the videos, yeah, you can put them in YouTube. YouTube does get traffic. And JD, I think, or Danny, whenever you put in your videos into your YouTube and you distributed them out, you've got quite a bit of views on those. Were most of those off of coming from LinkedIn, or also, I think you said you were able to hit up your chamber and also send out, I don't know, do you do an email blast on them?
We did some chamber stuff where we purchased email blast and some stuff like that. If you look at the analytics on it, it's usually from another source. So it's from LinkedIn or Facebook or an email blast. Most of it's not on YouTube specifically. We get a little bit of traffic there, but that's probably more from our YouTube channel, not
Right.
necessarily from people going.
So I think the biggest thing to be learned here, yeah, if you're going to put them in YouTube, optimize them, put them in the right category, put a link to your website in there, right? And you can use that embed code. The link is powerful because you can put it in your other social media accounts. But I think one of the most important things to talk about here, or for you all to take away from here, is that you don't just put it in YouTube. You put it in YouTube because it gives you a place for people to view it. But if you're taking these videos and just putting them in YouTube and just leaving them there, there's probably not much that's going to happen. It's what you do with that YouTube link and where you put it and where you send it out to. You have to activate it, and that's really what's been missing from a lot of people's psychology in terms of what they need to do to make these videos work for them. So you have to activate them. You have to get them out there. So yeah, the videos, and then there's a video blog. Yeah, there's a blog article that comes along with each of the different categories. So the entire media package comes with a pre-written blog article about that video and why. That's so that you can put it on your website. JD, I think you've experimented before about putting videos on your website.
We have every one of those videos on our website.
Every one of them. And is there any reason why you put the videos on your website? A lot of people that have availed of the marketing bundle, a lot of them don't put them on their website, even though there is a blog article so that you're supposed to take the video, take the blog article, embed the video in your blog, and I have instructions for everyone later on how to do all of this. But what's the point of really putting it on the website?
So we actually have it on our services page. So it's not really in a blog format for us. It's more on the services page because I don't think a lot of people like to read. And I can tell you that we get a lot of people clicking through our website, and we get a lot of views from YouTube. I mean, on our YouTube statistics, we can see from the embed views that we're getting a lot from our website. So the reality is it in the right place? It's on a hodgepodge of videos. It's in the right place.
Awesome. So, yeah, the videos, you don't just put them in YouTube, you also put them on your website so that whenever people go to check you out and they drill down into you, you got them on your website as well. The videos are really, really powerful. So they're embedded in a blog post, and I've got a question coming in here. And by the way, Danny, I made it to where you can see these questions coming through. Tyler gave a shout out and said, my SEO video ranks on the first page in my city for SEO, which is a really big deal. It means the video out of the media bundle that we sell ranks on the first page for him. Tyler, if you don't mind responding to that, did you do anything unique to that video? Did you optimize that video, or did you literally just take that video, put it on YouTube, and the thing ranks on first page in your city? And does it rank on the first page for a decent keyword? You don't tell me what keyword it is, but So we'll see about that. One of the questions is, can a video rank on the first page that you put out there? Absolutely, it can, really, and it can help you out and bring you a lot of leads as well. So putting videos in Facebook. Danny, do you have, can you talk a little bit about putting them in Facebook? I mean, Facebook personal page, Facebook business page, just your Facebook, other people's Facebook in your company? How do you guys handle that?
I think the best practice that we have is we try to put it on our business page, but then as a rep or myself, if you go and actually share it, it's kind of twofold. You're using the social signal, right? So you're sharing it, and then obviously at that point you're sharing it with your friends and whoever you're connected with. And then if you're a sales rep, if you have people in your organization that share that video from that page, it says something like, hey, Danny just shared this video from this company. So most people that I'm connected with on Facebook from a personal standpoint know that that's my company, but maybe not everybody. And maybe they have the opportunity to share it for me also. So we try to, from the Facebook standpoint, we try to leave it on our business page, but then share it individually.
Okay, and Tyler spoke up and said he did some basic on-page SEO. So Tyler, I guess this isn't just ranking from YouTube; it's actually ranking on your site direct. Is that correct? You're not ranking the YouTube video; you're ranking the page on your website for that video, which is pretty impressive. Took a month or two for it to appear on the first page. Well, that's really impressive. So Tyler was able to take the videos, put them directly on his website, do a little bit of on-page only, and within about 2 months, he said, they were ranking on the first page. That's legit, yeah. All right, so yeah, whenever you put them on Facebook, you want to put a good description in it and make sure if you have anyone else in your company that they can put that out as well. Business page is preferable, definitely. And then what about videos in Google+? Danny, you put them in Google+, do you, or you guys mainly just focus on Facebook?
Absolutely, put them in Google+. Same methodology as Facebook.
Awesome. So in Google+, if people do not know, it's mainly just putting the YouTube link there, right? You don't have to actually upload the video to Google+, right?
Well, and the other thing, Paul, is if you do a social media package or like a Google Dominator or whatever, any videos that are created are automatically put to that Google+ page.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So do you get leads off of the Google+ much, or is it mainly just because it just rounds out your social media effort on it?
I think it comes down to the way that people are actually using it. I can't say we don't, and I can't say that we do. I just know that it really depends on the sales rep and myself and where we're focused at. I probably need to be a better Google+ guy than I am today, but Facebook, LinkedIn, all of those places, they all drive traffic. So it's definitely getting viewed there.
Yeah, and I want to point out to people that you can, if you're in Google Groups, you can post this in relevant Google Groups. You can include the thumbnail, which helps quite a bit, and get it out there inside of your Google+. That's really important. So especially if you're inside of Google Groups, you can post it inside of a Google Group, and especially if you're in groups in your local community, that's going to help a lot as well. Videos in Twitter. Danny, I know you do quite a bit of tweeting. I'm sure you probably, tweeting is probably one of the main things that you're going to be doing as soon as you get that video in YouTube, probably, huh?
Yeah, it goes. We definitely tweet that stuff out. My reps tweet it out. It's funny because when you're still using the link from YouTube, so when you're tweeting it out, it's the same video, right? So it's not like we're copying this video. It's a rep can tweet it out, a rep can share it in an email, a rep can do whatever. I tweet it. I tend to tweet those things out about once every couple months. I'll throw the SEO one back out there again on a tweet, maybe 2 months after I did it, and just to kind of spark it back up again.
Yeah, that's a really good point. If you have really good marketing materials, you can keep bringing them up in your social media. You don't want to bring them up every single week, but definitely every other month or so. Yeah, you can tweet out about it. No problem there. And you need to keep continuing to do that, because if you've got really good marketing materials, people just see whenever it comes through, especially if it's on Twitter. So yeah, if you've got an active Twitter, which you should have, especially in a local community, if you're marketing towards people in your own city to try to get clients underneath you, then yeah, you need to be tweeting these out. So videos share, yeah, you can ask your friends and colleagues to share them and encourage them to share all these out like you would with anything else. Putting them on your email signature. I think this is really powerful because if you've got sales reps, if you're just emailing anyone, take the best of the videos and put them in your email signature. And I've actually had a couple of emails, people asking me how I put the video in my email signature. And I actually don't have the video in my email signature. What I do is I take a thumbnail image of the video. I just take literally an image of the video, and I can put an image in my Gmail email signature, and then I put a link below it that says click to view. So a lot of people have asked me before in email, hey, how did you get a video embedded in your email signature? And I say, I didn't embed it. I literally took an image of it, put an image there, then I put a link next to it that says click to view. Yeah, Steve, speaking of, he's one of the ones that asked me that. He said, I did that on mine, and it looks great. Putting the videos in your email signature is a very, very good thing to be able to do, especially this new general company video that we're coming out with that'll be released next week. Very, very big deal. So if you don't have them in your email signature, you should have them. So,
hey, Paul,
yeah.
So along that lines, I actually have a client, obviously nothing to do with SEO, but I have a client that has a company corporate video, and we had them do that, and it looks so professional, and they have gotten so many comments just about that, and obviously plenty of views, but it's very, very, very important.
Yeah, can I get a shout out from everyone? How many of you do, just respond in the questions box, if you do have a video in your email signature? How many of you have that? Give a shout out. Let's take a quick poll on that. Everyone's saying no. Never heard of it. Okay, pretty much nobody has it. So yeah, if you can, do it. Really, really do it. I mean, whenever you've got email communication going back and forth, and especially whenever you're trying to track down leads, they'll watch that video. So yeah, put the YouTube channel link in your email signature, put the YouTube video link in your email signature. All emails you send out can drive visits to your YouTube channel. You can be driving traffic to your YouTube channel over time. Again, these marketing materials are not just going to knock it down overnight, but if you align your email signatures and tweeting out about those videos, putting them on your Google Plus to let your network know about them, putting them on your Facebook and revisiting that channel once every 2 or 3 months and making sure that it's always on your email signature, over time, you're going to get people that go to your YouTube video. And what's your YouTube video a part of? Your YouTube channel. And can people subscribe to you on your YouTube channel? Absolutely, they can. Can they leave you comments? Absolutely, they can. It's about creating your own marketing ecosystem with people that are paying attention to you. And to start that out with, you need absolutely phenomenal marketing materials, which is what we provide. But if you're not taking the steps to build that ecosystem, it's not going to do a whole lot for you, which is why we're on this webinar. So videos and email correspondence, we talked about this. If you're, for instance, if you're pitching SEO services to someone, you might as well always include that video in the email that you're sending out. And this really gets into a little bit about sales training as well. These videos are there for what? They're for, yes, your own branding that's out there. They're also to make sure that your clients respect your marketing presence online and look at you as more of an enterprise level company because of the level of your marketing materials. But they're also to help you close the sale on the client, answer any client questions, and they're designed with the psychology to get clients over any hurdles that they would have of availing of that service. But Danny, you use the videos to train your sales team. Can you talk a little bit about how the videos are more than just something for the client and how you actually train your sales team with them?
I sure can. I believe, well, we believe that the entire process has to have the same message all the way through. So when you're talking to a client, and there's different ways that the client's going to be touched. First of all, we want a potential client to see the video, and that's the first and foremost thing that we want to get across. Now, there's different ways that can happen, but let's just kind of take an example. If I have a sales rep that's talking to a potential client on the phone, and maybe the conversation ends with, "Hey, that sounds great," or "Yeah, I will meet you maybe next week, Tuesday." The conversation is going to end with, "Great, I'm going to send you an email with some information. Please take 5 minutes to watch this video. I'm also going to attach, I know we're going to talk about the other sales documentation, but we will also attach that to that email." Once the rep goes and talks to the client. So say Tuesday is now here. It is the rep's obligation to speak the exact. They have to know these videos by heart, and it's not that they have to verbatim the video. They have to be in alignment with what they're saying. So a lot of times what happens in this world, everybody wants to talk about link building and blah, 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 and you know what, that just confuses people. So the reality is, the first question that we always ask when we walk into a meeting is, have you watched our video yet? And if the answer is yes, we'll assume it was yes. Great. Now we're going to start talking on a needs analysis, and you know, you're going to get objections all the time. Hey, I did SEO before. It didn't work. And the response that our reps are required to answer is, you will get results from our SEO services because, and it's verbatim from that video. It's just like telling your 2-year-old to tie a shoe 4 times. You know,
yeah,
you have to say it. Go ahead.
I think, Danny, a point I want to drive before you go any further is that you make sure that before your sales reps get in that meeting that they know if the client has watched the video, which
Correct.
means that if you're pitching them design, you've sent them a design video already. If you're pitching them SEO, you've sent them the SEO video. If you're pitching them local buzz, you send them the local buzz video. If you're pitching them at SMO or PPC, you send them the video. But
Correct.
What I think is a point that everyone needs to really pay attention to is that these videos are designed to sell. These videos are more than just an in-person presentation. These videos have imagery, they have music, they have humor to them, and they have a psychology to these videos. If of all of you that were on the line, were on the webinar not too long ago, and I took you all through the psychology of the sales collateral, these videos are built on the exact same psychology, which starts with what? Point A. If anyone can say all the psychological points that I stated last time, which I think there were 5 to the sales collateral, you get a huge props from me if you can spit that out. A was, what is the service? B is, why is it important to you? C is, the pressure is being put on by industry backing stats on why they need to get into it, and then more pressure on them from competitors about what the competitors are doing. And then there's the why choose you and your company because of what you have to offer to them. It takes them through this psychological flow, and it helps them to overcome any trust issues or over any boundaries on why they might not need that service. The videos have the exact same psychology built into them, and that's why Danny utilizes these and trains his sales team around them. And you know, from all my talks with Danny, Danny has really great success on this. And I think that one of the reasons why it's good to have Danny on the webinar is because I talk to a lot of different marketing agencies that really complicate things. We provide infographics, we provide videos, we provide spot-on training on things. And what I love about what Danny does with his sales team is he literally just takes what we have created and implements it. And why? Because it's perfectly in line with the services, and it's probably faster, right, Danny? It probably doesn't take a whole lot of time to train the sales guys.
It takes way less time to train somebody, but the best part about it is we typically close a deal in about a week. So typically we'll go in, we'll have a meeting, we'll schedule a follow-up meeting. Maybe that's more where that first meeting is probably more of a needs analysis, but the fact that we've presented it consistently across all mediums, now we're closing it when we go back and meet with them.
Awesome. All right, so let's get moving on here. The infographics. Now, the infographics, Danny, I'm not sure how much you've utilized the infographics or not. Infographics are actually really cool to print out and put them in your office if you wanted to. But the infographics are great because you can put them in a blog post. Of course, I don't know, that's actually a typo there on the YouTube embed code. But you can put them on a blog post. As part of the marketing bundle, we give you a blog content to post these on your blog post so that you have an infographic as well. Some people really like these. One of the best places to put these is like on Pinterest, or if you have any social image sharing sites that you use. Infographics are absolutely wonderful with those. And you can also include these in an attachment whenever you're emailing a client. You can include these as an attachment. People like to look through them. That's what's great about infographics. And on the landing page I talked about, if you don't have the infographic, you can scroll down and check those out. And Steve said, I was told that you were phasing the infographics out. We're not phasing the infographics out at all. People like infographics a lot. And if you're a digital marketing agency and you have infographics, you're walking the walk, right? Not just talking. You have it. So that's really cool. You could take the infographics and, yeah, you need to use the blog article and put them on your blog, but at the same time, you can post them up in your Facebook. They look great up in Facebook. You use keywords, hashtags, shorten URLs, and you can also post them in relevant communities and groups. And this just isn't just in Facebook. You want to take them and you want to put them in your Google Plus as well. Danny, do you do much with the infographics? I know you do a lot with the videos, but do you utilize the infographics much?
We just got a whole bunch of them made and put them in our conference room. So you're right.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You printed them out and actually put them in your conference room. And by the way, people, Danny he's got a nice office set up. He's got a couple sales reps. How big is your sales team, Danny?
Six sales reps locally.
Got 6 sales reps in a cool conference room. And so you actually printed these out, because I mentioned that. You printed these out, you framed them, and you put them in your conference room?
Yep, about 6 foot tall.
How was the resolution? Because I was wondering what the resolution would be like if you print these things out and hang them up in your office.
They had to work at it a little bit, but we got it right.
Well, you know, if they were able to get it there, then that means that the resolution was there. That's great. Awesome. So, yeah, if you wanted to print them out, you could. So, yeah, you put these in your blog post, put them in your Google+, put them in your Facebook, put them out to relevant communities that you should be in, and tweet them as well. So you can tweet these out to your community. So as you see, whenever you have something to put out there, you take it through your social media community rounds and you get it out there so that people are engaging and paying attention to it, right?
Hey, Paul, the one other thing I would say about that is, I mean, without being a graphic designer, you can also, you know, crop some of that out, and you can actually tweak pieces of it, right? So you can get engagement, or you can post to Facebook or Twitter, whatever. You can post just snippets of that infographic.
Cool. And I've got a question for people that would be availing of this. Danny, would you be able to potentially send those high-resolution images over? I don't know how much modifications were needed to them. I don't know. Did they really have to do a lot of modifying to get them to work?
I don't know. I just went down.
Maybe if we just gave out the PSD files, that would work. We could probably just do that.
There you go. Or, I mean, I went to Kinko's if anybody wants to know.
Okay, there you go. Go to Kinko's. That'll work. Okay, so get them into Twitter. Pinterest is something that we do for ourselves a lot. I like Pinterest a lot, so I recommend using Pinterest to put your infographics out there. I think it looks really nice, and then you can put a link to your Pinterest account from your email signature, right? Should be in your email signature. Not all of the images, but a link to your Pinterest account to check you out and get the infographics up in your Pinterest, right? So I recommend utilizing that a lot. So you just, whenever you want to put them in Pinterest, you want to post in relevant categories. You want to cut and screenshot parts if necessary to increase possible pins, and make sure pin links back to the blog post. So I recommend putting the infographics primarily on your blog. If you have service pages specifically for your services, then you definitely want to make these infographics available on your service page, certainly. You might even want to have a banner made for them, but you definitely want to get them out to your Pinterest as well. Infographic sharing sites. There's some really cool infographic sharing sites that are out there, like Love Infographics. So you can go to loveinfographics.com and get them shared out there as well. And a lot of this, as you're seeing as we go through this, like I said, this isn't just about us giving you marketing materials. So much of this has to do with what do you do with your marketing materials.